Hi guys, it is Blair here. I'm going to be making a video today. I'm out of practice. It's been about 4 months, I think, since Christmas time. Really, I was in quite of a reading slump until maybe about a week or two ago, maybe 2 weeks actually. Everything I picked up, it just wasn't flowing very well. I do know that was because of the stuff that was going on in my life. I was very busy. I still am pretty busy, but I've been reading a lot more consistently. So I don't have a great deal of books to show you, but I think there's 4 that I would like to show you and talk a little bit about, and then I'm just going to show you what I'm going to be reading in April. It's not a to be read pile because I don't really prescribe to be read piles. I like to read with my mood, but most of these books I've already started and want to finish off. And I'm also considering doing a stack of 5, which I'm not sure what the theme's going to be, but a book that you guys can choose for me to read over the next 3 months. I think giving myself a really good scope of being able to read and review that book will be a good thing. So without any more conversation, let's get started. Okay, so if you recall, I was reading this book last year. It's called Starcurse by Jessica Spotswood. It's the second book in the Cahill Witch Chronicles. I think I gave this a 4.5 or a 4. I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to leave all the links to my reviews down below, so you guys can click on them for more extensive reviews. I am in love with this series very deeply. I love Born Wicked. Yeah, it's one of my favourite books. This book, without going into too much detail, and if you have read this book, let me know. It didn't suffer from middle book syndrome so much as it just wasn't as fast paced as I wanted it to be. But everything that happened it happened for a reason, and I did enjoy reading it. And I think because it took me such a long time to read it, it didn't have the same impact as Born Wicked did for me. However, I love the characters, I love the world building, I love Jessica's language. I love the era and the history, and the Brotherhood just makes me want to punch them very hard. The ending really crippled me, but I did see it coming a little bit, and that's not such a bad thing either. It meant that I wasn't my heart wasn't beating as fast as it usually does when I end a book, but I am definitely looking forward to the next book. I believe it comes out in August, just after my birthday, so I am certainly picking up the last book. And also just quickly about the cover, if you guys had Born Wicked and you remember that it came with a really nice cover, at least the original one did, this one comes with a really flimsy paper cover, and I don't know what they're doing with that, but that really irritates me. But it's such a lovely book, and of course it's a series I'm going to keep reading and rereading over and over again because I just love it so much. Another book that I read, and I actually read this year and finished it this year, is Incarnate by Jodie Meadows. I had been watching and rewatching some of Brad's videos at Brad YA Reviews, and his favourite book is Incarnate, and he consistently talks about this book. And I don't know if you guys know very much about what I really love doing in life and what my job is, but I work with spirits and angels and whatnot, and I'm very interested in the I guess you can say concept of reincarnation and incarnation. I truly believe it, and I've been developing some past life experiences. So I picked up this book at the right point in my life when I was very curious how a author would tackle this concept, and I really think that Jodie did it really, really well. I did love this book. There were some parts about it that did irritate me, especially Anna. Sometimes I have this thing with characters having a victim complex, and that's just my own shit because let's face it, we all have a victim complex at some point in our lives. And because I've healed through that a little bit, I kind of found it really difficult sometimes to just resonate with Anna and her just erratic behaviour. But I felt it. I knew that struggle, and I think that's what made me love her even more. I just love this book, of the characters. I would like to see a little bit more world building, because I think that was one of the things that was really lacking in it. It was very heavy on character, and I really enjoyed the development of that, but the mystery and the world building could have been handled a little bit more, and I'm pretty sure that's going to happen in the next two books, which I will be reading. Again, a more in-depth review of this book is available on Goodreads. So yes, I will be continuing the series. As you can see, I have quite a lot of post-it notes and just quotes that I really love. So definitely a book that I'm going to reread again. Very briefly, I was reading this last year and I finished it at the start of this year, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Harry Potter is one of those books I need to be in the mood for. It just is, and I was in the mood to finish it off, and I really loved it. So much I was going to start the next book, but something else happened, and I just, yeah. So I think Harry Potter is really one of my breakers if I'm really in the mood for fantasy, which at the moment I'm not quite sure about. But I don't think I really need to go into too much detail about Harry Potter. I believe I have a review. If not, I think I gave it 5 or something, 4 stars. I do love Harry Potter. It's just Harry Potter. Lastly, for the books that I have read, this book has become my crack. And I say this to everybody that I know. It is my crack book. Every now and again, a book comes along and just completely fucks with my life, to the point that I can't sleep. I don't really want to do anything. I avoid actually talking to people because I would rather read the book. And this happened with this book, and many times I was out doing something and I really just wanted to be home reading this book. And that book is taken by Erin Bowman. I knew I wanted to read this from the minute I heard about it. I bought it last year in November, I believe, and I'm in a really sci-fi dystopian mood right now. Nano's coming up, Camp Nano. My science fiction book is starting its second draft, and I just felt like I really wanted to read science fiction because I love it so much, and dystopian worlds. This book, guys, I fucking loved it. And you know what? I did. I fucking loved it. And for all the reasons that I couldn't get into books, this book really propelled me, and it actually started me on my reading journey again. And it made me passionate about reading, and it made me really just remember why I love it. I'll just quickly read it back to you. It says, "In the primitive town of Claysoot, if you are a man, a brother, son, a father, be prepared. When midnight breaks, on the day you turn 18, the heist will take you." It is a fantastic premise that was executed fantastically in my eyes. I have a review as well, which really just talks about the 5 reasons that I love it. And I don't think I can do it justice with words, but I will recommend this book to anyone who is in the mood for sci-fi dystopian. Now, it isn't as strong with the sci-fi. The dystopian kind of takes over a little bit more, but the elements of sci-fi that it does have is enough to really propel you and interest you. And this book, I swear, I couldn't see what was coming. I really could not see what was coming at all. That's one of the beauties of this book for me. I was turning the pages, wanting to put it down, but I couldn't because I needed to know what happened, and I just didn't know what was going to happen. Some of the things I was completely shocked. The characters in this book, I absolutely love them. I read or heard a review about someone who read this book and thought the characters were very sort of, one-dimensional, two-dimensional. Well, that's cool, but I found that the characters book were really multi-dimensional and really played on my heartstrings too. And I love Gray and Blaine. I just love this book. I can't talk it up enough, and I should stop talking. I'm hoping to do a discussion review of this book, so that's why I'm kind of not going into too much detail, and I need to plan that a little bit more. But that's, I need to talk about this book. I have got the novella, which is Stolen, which is about 100 pages. My Kindle broke ages ago, about a month ago, so I can't read on my Kindle, so I have to read on my computer. But I am willing to make an exception for this book, so, in this series, and I have Frozen coming to me through a pre-order on Book Depot. Okay, so basically that is the books that I have read. I don't know why that's all dusty, but I have 4 books here that I'm going to try and finish off. Most of them, it's only one of them that I really am actually starting. So, the first book I want to finish off, which I thought I'd probably finish in this month, but I'll probably finish it today or late tomorrow morning, but since Nano starts at 12 o'clock, I'll probably be writing, and I have a business meeting tomorrow as well. So, that is Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi, and I'm really, really enjoying this book. I quite enjoy it. There are some things, even though I'm near the end, I want to give this a 5 stars, but I'm going to give it a 4.5, I think, and I'm already at this point, and it might change, but there are just little details that I like more of, and while this is an addictive read, it, compared to Taken, and I know I shouldn't compare books, but I still think about these characters a lot, and they're very relatable, and I really enjoy them, and I care about them a great deal, but it doesn't give me that instant feeling that I need to keep reading like every day, every single day. I go through periods of wanting to read this non-stop, and then not wanting to read it, if that makes sense. Not because it's bad, but just because it isn't as gripping. But I'm pretty sure it's going to pick up in the next 2 books as well, which I will be buying. I'm actually still considering whether I want to get these in hardcover, because you can't get all the paperbacks in this edition. They just, like, there's thousands of different copies, and I just want all my books to match. Again, as you can see, I've got lots of post-it notes. So, Under the Never Sky. I'm doing a reread of The Chaos of Stars by Kirsten White, and I've been reading that, I think most of March. I'm not that far in. Because it's a reread, I just pick it up when I feel like I want a little bit of contemporary with a supernatural feel. I will put my review for this book up. I read it last year. I'm currently writing very smutty fan fiction to it, and I have no shame in that because I love it, and I really love the myth and how Kirsten White used it in a contemporary setting. So it is one of my favourite books. It does have lots of post-it notes as well. I'm actually considering at some point, or maybe even for my birthday, asking for a hardback copy of this book, because I love this book, I really love the feel of it, but putting it in my bag makes it all crappy, and I take this book everywhere with me, so it's getting damaged. Book abuse. This is a book I will be starting. It's called Twitting the Universe, Tiny Explanations for Very Big Ideas by Marcus Chown and Govert Skilling. It's basically about these 2 guys who started this thing where they had Twitter post about different subjects in the universe, and it's basically little tweets about that kind of stuff to do with the universe, and it has, I'll just show you briefly. It breaks it down into different parts of the universe, and then an example of that would be the sky. So, what is a rainbow? So it breaks different topics about what is a rainbow and answers the questions in Twitter format. So it's really easy to read, really easy to digest, especially for someone like me who doesn't like reading heavy text. I love science, I'm passionate about finding out more about the universe, but I don't want to sit there and read a big textbook. I would rather just read it in this format, and it means that I can take it anywhere I want to go and learn in little snippets. And I think sometimes, especially for those who are kind of resistant towards learning, especially as an adult, when you don't really want to go back to that school mindset, these kind of books are really great. And yeah, so I will be doing a review on this book when I finish it, because I believe it's going to be a really good book, and especially for someone who's into science fiction and science and just universe and all that sort of stuff. I'm really looking forward to it. And I only paid like, I think it was on special at Dimmicks for $5, but because I had a special, I only ended up paying $3 for it, so I couldn't pass it up, honestly. And I know this video is so long, guys, but lastly, and people are going to probably say, you are finally actually reading it. Yes, guys, I'm finally reading The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I'm not that far off the end, really. I'm about halfway through, and as you can see, it's got lots and lots of post-it notes. I am at a part where it's a pivotal part, but I don't want to keep reading because I don't want it to end. I have managed to not get spoiled, and I do not want to be spoiled because I have avoided that for like however long it's been out. And so I think I just need to get on and read it and finish it because I'm procrastinating, because I really don't, I want to know what's going to happen, but I don't at the same time. And I kind of have a feeling of what's going to happen, but I don't know if I can face it right now. So it took me this long to pick it up because of the subject and what people were saying about it. But so far, I just love it. I'm so glad that this is the first John Green book I picked up, because I've heard other things about his other books that aren't so great. And I'm glad that I actually got to read this book as an introduction, because I absolutely love his writing style, and I can really see why people love this book. It's just, it's beautiful, it really is, and the characters, oh. I love Hazel. She is just a sassy girl. So, I'm hoping to finish that, or I'm not hoping, I'm going to finish it this month. I've said it online, I've said it on YouTube. I'm going to finish this book, and then I'm going to do a review about it, or a discussion or something. Maybe not a discussion because many people have already discussed it. So definitely a review. I can't wait to finish this book and looking forward to it. So that's really like an April TBR. Let's just call it an April finishing month. And I will actually, I think I will put a video up for a stack of 5. So thank you guys for watching. I know it's a long video. I need to get back into the swing of things, but I hope you are enjoying your reading, and I look forward to watching all your wrap-up videos and your to be read videos, because I'm addicted to that shit, especially book hauls as well. Not buying books, but just, man, I love it. Oh, I will probably have a little mini haul. I did say I wasn't going to buy any books this year, but I got depressed. I was like, I need my books. I can't live without them. So, yeah. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. My next video will be my Camp Nano introduction, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.